Hi there. Today we are going to talk about the Oscar nominations. And I know this is a baseball trophy, but cut me some slack. It's shiny.
It's much heavier than I imagined.
At approximately 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the Oscar nominations were released. And here are 3 pages, 24 nominations. It's been a great year for movies. And some of these just blow my mind trying to decide. I'm still trying to work on my predictions. And I don't want to share too many of them with you because I have a cripplingly low self-confidence. But there's just a few things that I want to talk about, and I thought no one better to talk with than you know? So, first let's talk about how the Oscars work, because I have no idea how they work, and I probably should learn how they work, because I really don't know what I'm doing here. But I think what happens, and then this is just an estimate of what happens, but I think how they nominate Oscars are they go into a cave or a crypt or some sort of magical dungeon, and they ask a troll. I've heard it's a lot of politics, a lot of secret conspiracies, but overall, I think they've nominated mostly the right things, besides a few snubs, which I will talk about later on. Last year's Oscars, I was 9 for 24 on my predictions, and that was kind of painful for me because I really thought I would do better than how I did. It was a rough patch. Yeah. But let's talk about things that I'm happy to see. The films that had multiple nominations. The Revenant had 12 nominations, which is half of the nominations. That's insane. Mad Max had 10. The Martian had 7. Bridge of Spies, Carol, and Spotlight each had 6. Star Wars and The Big Short had 5. Room and The Danish Girl each had 4. Brooklyn, Sicario, and Hateful Eight all had 3. And Inside Out, Ex Machina, and Jobs all had 2. So a lot of movies are bringing home a lot of nominations. I'm really stoked for Mad Max taking home 10 nominations. A, I'm just happy that was a good movie, a great movie. And B, I'm happy that even after 10 years of production hell, not only did the world love this movie, but even the Academy is showing it some love. And I really hope they win big. And I also love that George Miller's 80 years old. That's just impressive. I really hope that I can be cranking out good stuff. Hey Connor.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, here's the mic.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Wow, great kid. Connor is borrowing that microphone for his short film that he's working on right now, Let There Be. So best of luck to you, Connor. Also, shout out to Star Wars for taking home 5 nominations: sound mixing, sound editing, visual effects, film editing, and best original score. That's great. Alright, before we talk about a few things I'm kind of peeved about, let's talk about just a few of the categories. Best Actress. Now, I've only seen Carol and Joy out of the movies in this category, but I think I'd pick Cate Blanchett's performance over Jennifer Lawrence's, but both really good performances, and I've heard really, really good things about Brie Larson in Room, so it's kind of a toss-up for me there. Best Actor, this is the year of Leonardo DiCaprio. I promise you he's going to win this Oscar. He's got some competition from Eddie Redmayne and Michael Fassbender, definitely, but he's going to win. His performance in The Revenant was so good, so much pain, physical and emotional, that he had to endure and portray convincingly on screen. I don't know who could have done a better job. He nailed it. Best Director. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Iñárritu for The Revenant. I've just heard crazy things about it. Shooting 3 hours a day because they didn't have enough light, and just in the cold and in the water and all this crazy stuff. And I know directing isn't a test of your physical capabilities, but it seems like this movie would have been really, really hard to put together, and Iñárritu did it beautifully. Now, Best Picture. Only 8 of the 10 slots were filled, and that's just like a voting thing that happens. 2 more didn't make the cut. We've got The Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max, The Martian, The Revenant, Room, and Spotlight. So many good movies. It's so tough, but I'm really on the fence between Revenant and Spotlight. Alright, it's the part of the show where I get to complain because the Academy's rigging a few things here that are not okay. Here's some snubs for you. The Hateful Eight original screenplay. I don't know how that didn't get nominated because I think it's one of Tarantino's best written works. The Peanuts movie for Best Animated Picture. This was a great movie, and the animation style was new. I've never seen anything that looked like the Peanuts movie. So not only was it animated really well, it was just a great kids movie. Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip. Where's that Best Picture nod? Come on. Okay, here is my biggest complaint at the Oscars, and I know that it is shared with James Halleck. If you're watching this is for you, James. Inside Out's score is my favorite score of the year. It's the most memorable. It vibes with the movie extremely well. It's just the best score that this year had to offer for me. Composed by Michael Giacchino, however you say his name. I've heard several different pronunciations, but this guy deserved to win it, and he got snubbed. And I saw the movie Carol last night with Connor, and Carol's nominated for Best Original Score, and it was good, but it wasn't Inside Out level good. So I just don't understand how such a beautiful, beautiful work of art can just get flushed down the drain like that. Michael Giacchino, you deserve better. Overall, I'm pretty happy with these nominations, and I'm very excited to see what comes of them, and to keep making my predictions and to keep watching more movies on this list. So, over and out. See you at the Oscars.